What's up, buttercups? So this is the 7th video of the Art Adventures program brought to you by DuMA, or the Dubuque Museum of Art. My name is Caitlin Donald and I am the Education Fellow. And today we're going to be talking about texture. So you might be thinking, what is texture, Caitlin? Texture is the way something looks or feels on the surface. So this has a kind of rough texture, but this tree has a very smooth texture. But what I really like about it, look at all those squiggles. So these are all from termites, and they leave their own little texture, and I think they're really cool. And I will try and get a rubbing from these, so we'll see, but if it works out. And you can do your own. So you can walk around. What I want you guys to do is to walk around the forest or your backyard or wherever and look for some really cool textures. And they can be tiny, tiny, like almost barely seen, or they can be really rough, or they can be really smooth. And you can take some of the smaller ones home and try and make art out of them. Or you can do rubbings. So I think I found a pretty deep kind of texture. You can kind of see it. And a rubbing is what we're gonna do is we're gonna place a piece of paper over this, and you're gonna get a crayon or I have an oil pastel, and you're gonna really put a lot of work into rubbing over that surface. So this is gonna be step 1, and then you'll see, let's see if I can do this without falling off this tree. Do that. It kind of worked. I think the holding the camera thing is kind of not working, but if you look, you can kind of see we got a little bit of the pattern. Also, oil pastels blend very well, so crayons are better, and I'm sure you guys have crayons at home. Let's try one more time without the camera. So this is a much better one that I can use both my hands, but you can see these very outward lines going around. I love these patterns. I think they're so beautiful. So what I want you guys to do is wander around and find your own textures. So look really, really closely at things and try and figure out if you can do a rubbing. And if you can't, there's some other things we can do too. So these are my tiny textures that I found. Lots of little leaves and things. When you're looking for your tiny texture, be sure to look really, really closely and make sure that it's something very unique. Something that you think is really, really cool. And if you find a texture that you really like but is way too big to take home and you can't really do a rubbing, you can always take a picture of it. So I really like this moss. I like the way it looks. It's very Brillo patty. So we'll take a picture of it, and then I can use it later to draw. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do kind of like making a stamp. So we'll put some paint in there and get a piece of newspaper, and you're gonna take your texture and you are gonna paint just like that. You're gonna go real quick so it doesn't dry. And then push, and you kind of get this cool bark texture. So I got that one. Let's see, what other ones can I do? Let's do the leaf. I'm excited for the leaf. We paint our leaf, right? And then I'll take this away. And if you're using acrylic paint, acrylic dries. And I'm actually going to do this so I don't get paint on my hands. Because I have enough art supplies on my hands. I'm going to push. And we're going to peel it off. I really like this part right here. And then last one I want to do, and this one is probably my favorite. I used to do this as a kid. Walnuts that look like hearts. And then you can make cards for your parents who are spending so much time with you and give you so much love. I got a heart painted. Oh. So we might need more paint for that one. Anyway, you get the idea. It's a lot easier if you have a stamp pad. Anyway, thank you again for hanging out and spending time with me. I hope you tune in next week. And again, thanks for being patient as we learn kind of like how to make these videos and how to make them entertaining and fun. And if you have any ideas or you make something and you want to show everybody, always leave a comment. This is what we call a ghost print in printmaking. It's where we take the paint and you print it twice. All right. Have a good day, guys.